Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news shaking the very core of the NFL world. Something no Steelers fan ever wanted to hear, and every Dolphins fan was secretly dreaming about. After years of dominance in Pittsburgh, one of the most feared pass rushers of this generation, TJ Watt, has officially left the Steel City. That's right, the heart and soul of the Steelers' defense is packing his bags, trading black and gold for aqua and orange, and he's not doing it quietly. He's heading to South Beach with a mega contract deal that's already turning heads across the league. This move isn't just about football, it's a power shift. The Dolphins just dropped a bombshell, and the AFC will never be the same. Let's break it down and unpack how this happened, why it matters, and what this means for both franchises going forward. TJ Watt was more than just a player for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was the identity of their defense, a relentless force who brought chaos to every offensive line he faced. Drafted in 2017, he quickly climbed the ranks to become one of the league's most dominant edge rushers, racking up sacks like clockwork and striking fear into quarterbacks week after week. Fans embraced him, not just for his stats, but for his grit, his fire, and his loyalty to the blue-collar DNA of Pittsburgh. So how did we get here? What made a cornerstone of the franchise walk away? Well, from what sources are saying, it wasn't about love lost, it was about opportunity. Dolphins made an offer he couldn't refuse. And maybe, just maybe, Pittsburgh didn't push hard enough to keep him. This wasn't a bitter divorce, but it was one hell of a surprise. According to insiders close to the deal, TJ Watt's new contract with the Miami Dolphins is nothing short of jaw-dropping. We're talking top-of-the-market money, a record-breaking deal for a defensive player. The numbers are still coming in, but early reports suggest it's north of $150 million over 5 years, with a massive chunk guaranteed. That puts Watt not just in elite territory, it rockets him to the very top. And you better believe Miami is all in. With a defense already stacked with talent and an offense full of young, explosive playmakers, the Dolphins are gunning for a Super Bowl. This isn't a rebuild. This is a declaration of war. They want to dethrone the Chiefs, the Bills, and everyone in between. And TJ Watt is their new general on the front lines. That's how big this move is. That's how serious Miami is about winning it all. 4. Pittsburgh, the loss stings. No way around it. You don't replace a TJ Watt. You try to survive the void he leaves behind. Steelers fans are waking up today in disbelief, mourning the end of an era. For years, Watt was the fire that kept Pittsburgh's playoff hopes alive. Even when the offense sputtered or the team looked lost, his motor never stopped. His passion never faded. But now, all of that intensity is heading to a much sunnier home. So what now for the Steelers? They've always prided themselves on their ability to develop defensive talent, and maybe they've got a young gun waiting in the wings. But make no mistake, this is a massive blow. Whether the front office saw it coming or not, they've got some serious retooling to do. Not just on the field, but in the locker room. Leaders like Watt don't come around often. Now let's talk about what this means for the Dolphins. With this signing, Miami just added one of the NFL's most dangerous defensive weapons to an already hungry squad. And for head coach Mike McDaniel and defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver, this is a dream come true. Imagine the schemes they can cook up with TJ Watt on one edge, Bradley Chubb on the other, and Christian Wilkins anchor in the middle. Quarterbacks in the AFC East just started sleeping a lot less comfortably. But beyond the X's and O's, this move sends a message. The Dolphins are done playing second fiddle. They're not satisfied with just making the playoffs. They want to dominate. They want to turn Hard Rock Stadium into a fortress. Watt gives them a ferocious leader, a tone setter who will raise the bar for everyone around him. Miami just went from dangerous to downright terrifying. The timing of this move is also fascinating. With OTAs underway and training camps just around the corner, this deal comes at a perfect moment to energize the locker room and fire up the fan base. And let's not forget the ripple effect this could have on the rest of the league. Other top defenders might see Watt's contract and start eyeing new paydays. Teams with shaky offensive lines are already circling their matchups with Miami and Red Ink. And perhaps most importantly, TJ Watt himself has something to prove. As incredible as his time in Pittsburgh was, he's still chasing that elusive Super Bowl ring. The Dolphins believe he can help them get there. This isn't just a payday, it's a mission. And knowing Watt, he's going to show up every Sunday like it's his last game. That's the kind of fire Miami just bought into. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments, what's your take on the Fins this week? Fans are reacting fast and loud. Steelers Nation is heartbroken, with social media flooded by messages of disbelief, frustration, and gratitude. Many are thanking Watt for everything he gave to the city, while others are questioning the front office for letting a generational talent walk away. Meanwhile, Dolphins fans are celebrating like they just won the lottery. Jerseys are already being printed, highlight reels are trending, and the hype machine is in full swing. It's not every day you land a player of this caliber in his prime, but beyond the headlines and hot takes, one thing is clear. This move has shifted the balance of power in the AFC. If you weren't paying attention to Miami before, you better start now. Because with TJ Watt in the building, anything is possible, and everything just got more intense. From a strategic standpoint, this could reshape how teams approach Miami altogether. Opposing offensive coordinators now have to account for Watt on every single snap. Double teams, chip blocks, altered game plans. That opens up opportunities for the rest of Miami's front seven, and it forces offenses to play reactive football instead of proactive. That's the Watt effect. And for a team like the Dolphins, who already had speed and athleticism in spades, his presence could be the final piece of the puzzle. The chessboard has changed, folks. Miami just got a queen, and they're ready to checkmate anyone who stands in their way. If they stay healthy and play to their potential, this team is not only a playoff lock, they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender. That's the power of this move. That's what happens when you land one of the best defenders of his generation. Looking ahead, all eyes will be on Miami when the season kicks off. Primetime games, division clashes, and likely a flood of national coverage. The Dolphins are now a must-watch team. And for TJ Watt, this is a new chapter with new expectations. The South Florida sun brings pressure along with paradise. He'll be expected to lead, to dominate, and to deliver when it matters most. But if history is any indication, he's more than up to the task. He didn't just leave Pittsburgh for the money, he left for a shot at immortality, a chance to build something special. And with the talent now surrounding him, that dream feels more real than ever. It's a bold move for a bold player, and it might just be the defining moment of this offseason. The NFL landscape has changed, and TJ Watt is right at the center of it. So there you have it, folks. TJ Watt is no longer a Steeler. He's a Miami Dolphin, and he's coming with fire in his eyes and a contract to match. The implications are massive. For the Steelers, it's a gut punch and the end of an era. For the Dolphins, it's a coronation, a signal that they're no longer content with being almost or on the rise. They're here, and they mean business. Whether this move results in a championship or just a dramatic new chapter remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, this offseason just got a lot more exciting, and the 2025 NFL season is shaping up to be one for the books. Strap in, because if you thought TJ Watt was scary in black and gold, wait until you see what he does in teal and white. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.